Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back! Of course I'm back, I'm not going anywhere! Boost! Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2021, the album. The Shimmy Shimmy album. Dad, AF. Hey little thing, let me light your candle, cause mama, I'm so hard to shimmy shimmy now. Rock on, gold dust woman. Boost. Shimmy shimmy now. How are you guys doing? Happy Monday. Happy beginning to another week. I have so much drama to talk about today. I'm going to talk about the return of Tati Westbrook in just a second. And when I saw this come up, I was very excited about it. It made me really, really happy. So I'm going to talk about that in just a second. And then I also want to talk just briefly about this return of Tanacon thing. Have you guys seen this? What's going on in the Dr. Phil show? Before I get into that, I want to give a special shout out to Jamie, who commented this. So if you didn't watch my video from the other day, if you don't know what you don't know is a lot, okay, as Janis Joplin once said. The other day I sang a little ditty. Here's a ditty about Jack and Diane. But anyway, I sang a little song for Lunar Beauty that I thought they could use for their ad campaigns. But I actually, here, let me use some of my Monn lip gloss from Lunar Beauty. It truly, truly is the best lip gloss in the entire world. I bought these at Ulta, and I actually showed them, I think, in a video. This Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. It's okay. But I will tell you from Too Faced, I really do like the Hangover, the primer spray. I really like that in the morning. But then this Florence Lip Gloss by Mills. I think this is, anyway, you know, the girl from Stranger Things. I think that's her makeup line. This lip gloss, you guys, it sucks. It's not any good. I mean, it's literally like some of the cheapest lip gloss I've ever used in my entire life. And I think it was like $18 for this as well. Beautiful packaging though. I mean, it's purple and pink and clouds, and it kind of reminds me of Lunar Beauty. So that's why it probably makes me happy. But for Jamie, who came up with this one, which I love so much, okay, are you ready? Here we go. When your lips are dry as mine, then it's Lunar Beauty time. And then he put it on, see? Don't you think I should be the international spokesperson of Lunar Beauty? I think I should. Did you guys ever watch Star Search back in the day? I know, you guys are like, yes, that's where Britney Spears got famous. Yes, she got famous off of Star Search. But, okay, somebody said one time when I used this color, because I usually use a Celine, they said, what's white on Peter's lips? It's Monn. When your lips are dry as mine, then it's Lunar Beauty time. Shimmy, shimmy. Anyway, but do you remember back in the day, the Star Search, they would have the spokesmodel, do you remember, presentation? I always wanted to be a spokesmodel. You know what else I remember today when I was driving around? Because let me just tell you, the allergies this year are killing me, okay? And my voice is real raspy in the morning. And what's so funny about that is that when I was in high school, I was obsessed with Kathleen Turner. Do you guys know the actress Kathleen Turner? Anyway, and my friend and I, my good Judy, she and I were both real obsessed with Kathleen Turner. And this is not a good story, okay? This is before Peter got sober, and this is way back, you know, anyway. So we saw, or we heard her say in an interview that the way that this was literally my senior year, okay? We heard in an interview that the way that she got a real raspy voice, she said, was that she used to put erasers, like, you know those erasers that go on the end of your pencils, on the back of her throat, like teeth right here, so that when she talked, her mouth never closed, and that she drank bourbon. So my friend and I tried so hard to drink bourbon, but we hated it. And we walked around school with those erasers in our mouth like this. We were talking like this all the time. I still don't sound like Kathleen Turner, but I love her so much. But anyway, I had to tell that story. Okay. I also want to give 2 birthday shout-outs really, really quick. The first one is to Amanda. Amanda said, just made a Twitter account in an attempt for a birthday shout-out. I turned 32 today. This is actually on the 15th. And it would be great. Did I already give you a birthday? Did you get 2 birthday shout-outs, Amanda? Oh, no, ma'am. Oh, and then some shoes I want. Look, aren't these shoes so cute? I love those. Anyway, okay, and they're from this brand called EYTYS. I love them. And then I want to give another birthday shout-out I'm bitter, just let me tell you, because I went today, well, first of all, I have, if you don't watch my other channels, you probably don't know, but I'm part of a recovery literature group. It's 6 of us. Well, is it 6 of us or 5 of us? It's 5 of us, okay? It used to be like 8, and we started during like the lockdown so that we could still all get together and read recovery literature, and it's been going on this whole time, and we're meeting to dinner for dinner. I mean, we know each other, we're all friends, but we're meeting tonight for dinner, and I'm so excited because there's gonna be like, you know, a little bonfire for the 5 of us, and we're gonna sit around, and it's 4 of my best girlfriends and me. They're so nice to allow me to be part of their girl group, which is so fantastic, isn't it? So I'm so excited about that. But I was trying to get everything done, and I ran to the Popeyes because the Popeyes has these chocolate beignets. Have you heard about this? Have they had these for a long time and I just found out about it? I was driving past Popeyes the other day and I was like, because y'all know I'm a vegetarian, so I don't eat the chicken, right? And God forbid they would ever put a Impossible chicken on their menu. So but I do review some of their desserts. And so I drove by and I was like, oh, they have chocolate beignets. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go do this review. There's never anybody in line at Popeyes. Well, did they just come out with a new chicken sandwich? I think they did. I think they just came out with a new chicken. How many variations of a chicken sandwich can you have? McDonald's did it best anyway, don't you think? I remember this one time we were on a road trip with my mom, and we went to this McDonald's, and my mom was like, she would always go through the whole menu, and she was like, maybe I'll have a fish sandwich. What kind of fish is it? And the woman looked at her and she goes, square. Shimmy, shimmy. Anyway, okay, let's get into, oh yeah, I have one more birthday shout out, and then I needed to make a birthday shout out announcement. Okay, so the next one is for Shoop Scoop, and she said, hey Peter, my birthday was on the 15th, 28 years old. I would love if you would give me a happy birthday. I watch you every day and get sad when you don't post, so thank you so much for that. Okay, now let me tell you about the birthdays. The birthdays are getting a little out of control for the people that don't really care to see the birthday. So I do think that I'm gonna like kind of have variations of them. But I'm gonna get a calendar and I'm gonna start writing them down. I had done this previously and then I kind of stopped doing it because I feel bad that I'm missing a lot of people's birthdays. I'm literally, you guys, getting DM'd like 20 to 30 times a day. People are like, yeah, my dog just had 6 puppies. Can you give it a congratulations in a video? I'm like, okay. It's kind of cute, but at the same time, I'm like writing all these down and trying to keep up with it. And then I feel bad because I can't, you know? So anyway, keep on letting me know when your birthdays are, and I'm going to try to do the birthday shout-outs a little bit better. So anyway, at 7 minutes and 40 seconds, let's get into the drama. Did you guys see this Dr. Phil show that they posted today on the Dr. Phil show on YouTube, which I didn't even know Dr. Phil had a YouTube until I started seeing all this stuff going around? I mean, I can do tricks. Let's just talk about it for a second, okay? I mean, if you're starting a flag corps, you better invite this one. So, oh, 2 times. I have a little drink of my coffee. I don't usually drink cream in my coffee, but I'm totally obsessed with the brown sugar shaken oat milk espresso. Oh my God, that's my new drink. I drink it every day. And there's a variation if they don't have that I drink it up. But anyway, this little clip is going around, okay? I saw it over on the Twitter from like 10 different people that Michael, who was the organizer of Good Times, you guys ever watch that show back in the day? I love that show. Do you remember Janet Jackson, little Janet Jackson on that show? Anyway, I love the show Good Times. I watched that like every night when I was growing up. But anyway, Good Times Productions, he's the one that put on, he's the CEO, or was the CEO of Good Times Productions, and he's the one that put on Tanacon with Tana Mojo. Remember that? So, he came on the Dr. Phil show because he is getting, apparently, still to this day, I thought everybody had forgotten about him. I mean, honestly, I thought like, I have to tell you, like 6 months ago, maybe it was a little bit longer than that, I watched his horrible documentary that he put up on Amazon. So if you didn't know, the whole time that he was doing Tanacon, he was filming the back scene to all of it. The organizing, the everything. He had a film team that was doing the video for the whole thing so that he could turn it in to a documentary that he then produced and starred in, and it's on Amazon Prime. You can go watch it. I did. It's horrible, okay? It's a waste of your time, trust me. But I took like 5 pages of notes because there were so many discrepancies and lies in the documentary from what was already out there that we knew, that I was going to do a reaction video. And I actually asked in here, I was like, does anybody want to hear about it? And there were like 5 people that were like, yeah, I think that would be a cool video. And I was like, nobody cares. Nobody cares about Tanacon. Nobody cares about this Michael guy and what happened with him. And he's gone on and he filed bankruptcy. Apparently lost like $700,000 and had to file bankruptcy. and all that kind of stuff. I can't believe my battery died so early. Anyway, so I just did a Peterisms video. So go over there. I read 3 different meditation books today. You guys are so nice that watch my Peterisms channel. I like looked the other day and I'm like averaging like 1,000 views a video over there. Like that is really, really cool for me, just like reading meditations and talking about like mistakes I've made in my life and how I've tried to grow as a person. I really appreciate that. So thank you. Peterisms, it's linked below. Anyway, so I watched this documentary. Like I said, I took 5 pages of notes. I was going to do this video and nobody cared, right? So then flash forward, now he is on, we're coming up on like 2 years of Tanacon, okay? And he comes on the Dr. Phil show because he said that Dr. Phil is a public figure like he is, so he's one of the only people that would understand the scrutiny that he has gone through, because everybody is still to this day constantly coming for him and wishing ill will on him and telling him to hurt himself and on and on and on, okay? I haven't heard anybody talk about Michael from Tanacon in literally like a year and a half, maybe. I haven't heard anybody, right? So this was very, very interesting to me when I saw this whole thing, okay? And I watched the whole video, whatever, on the Dr. Phil show today. It seemed like there were parts that were missing from the show. Like, I think they upload the whole show, but they, like, you know, of course they don't include the commercials and stuff. But it was, it just seemed like there were parts that were missing. He also, Dr. Phil had on there a girl that had attended, a young lady that had attended the Tanacon, and Michael got into kind of a heated argument with her because she called him on several of the lies that he was making. And he's like, well, I'm not here for that. And she's like, that's exactly what you're here for. Dr. Phil even said that he was condescending and that he was talking to her and all this kind of stuff. And he's like, well, you know, like, Dr. Phil's like, what you should do is, oh, there was also, his assistant was on the show as well, which was very interesting. And there's going to be a second part tomorrow of where he's going to, like, apparently hold Michael accountable for all these things. Because at the end of it, he said, you know, what you should have done is come on here and said, like, I made mistakes, I, like, screwed up, like, I just want to move on, blah, blah, blah. And Michael was like, I did say that. And he's like, no, Dr. Phil, absolutely, Oprah. Dr. Phil, can you believe this happened to me? Well, absolutely I can, because we teach people how to treat us, see? See, now, when you tell people, absolutely Oprah. Anyway, so tomorrow on the Dr. Phil show is going to be the second part of this, and I am going to absolutely Oprah watch it. Of course I am. I'm going to watch the second part of this where he just lets Michael have it, is what's going to happen. Because Michael came on the show, everybody is telling him he needs a reality check, he needs a wake-up call, and he's sitting there, and he's so arrogant and so pompous watching this. I'm just like, and of course he's going on and talking about how he's still managing people, and he's still doing all this. I'm like, you literally learned nothing from this experience, right? And what's so interesting about this is that this young lady that attended it, she knows more about the Tanacon situation than Michael does. She, like, brings up stuff, and he's like, I don't really remember that, or no, that's not how it was. And she's like, that's exactly how it was. Dr. Phil, like, asks him, like, when he signed his security thing, and he was like, oh, like, something, he said something about when he booked the venue, and he's like, months before, and she's like, that's not true. And then he goes, well, when did you finally sign the contract for security? He signed it the day of Tanacon. So there's just, and I'm sitting there, and I have to tell you, in a 30-minute clip, or whatever it was, 35 minutes, I'm watching it, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I watched the documentary you produced, the documentary you filmed, the documentary you put up on Amazon. I watched that documentary, and you have lied on this Dr. Phil show like 15 times already, based on the information that you gave out. So anyway, he apparently is just lying through his teeth. Lie straight from the pit of hell? She's not a Christian! So anyway, more about that tomorrow. I'll fill you guys in if you want to hear about that. But you can go over to the Dr. Phil thing. I will link it below if I remember, and you guys can go watch that episode if you care. Now, let's talk about Tati Westbrook being back. I'm very excited about this, see? I'm very excited about this. Now, the person that posted this on Instagram, I sent them a little message. They haven't responded to me. But that was because I just posted it like 50 minutes ago, so they probably haven't seen it yet. Anyway, let me tell you what happened, okay? Here's the story. I don't know how this picture got seen, and I have to tell you, interestingly enough, when you go to her Instagram, the picture only has 464 likes on it, right? So, and it only has 88 comments on it. It's not like it's getting flooded with people going to see where is Tati Westbrook. But what's interesting to me is, you know, Tati has been like gone from the public eye for like almost a year now. We haven't heard anything from her. We haven't seen anything from her. And then all of a sudden, this picture comes out, okay? And I don't know why. I was just talking about this on my Peterisms channel. I was saying that I'm somebody that goes with my gut, okay? Not because I'm an empath, just because I am hungry a lot, you know? But anyway, so I'm sitting there and I'm looking at all this. I'm literally within like, I mean to tell you, it was like, I got a message and then I got 50 messages, okay, from people sending me this picture. And I'm like, what is going on that this picture is getting so much attention all of a sudden? And it's really interesting to me that the picture only has 464 likes on it, okay? You would think that it's getting this much attention, it would have thousands and thousands of likes on it, okay? So let me show you the picture. I'm gonna put the picture up here. The person that posted it, hold on a second. Her name is, and I hope, and this is part of what I was reaching out to her about, I wanted to make sure I was pronouncing her name correctly. Her name is Shilpa Verma, and it says on here that she's a digital creator. Her pictures are beautiful, you guys. This young lady is, I mean, unbelievably gorgeous. So go over and check her out. I will link her below. I want to make sure to give her credit since we're talking about her picture, you know. So go and check out her Instagram, follow her. I mean, she said she's a digital creator. So, I mean, obviously she's wanting to, you know, put pictures up and stuff like that. So anyway, she posted this picture and she said underneath it, hold on a second. Where are my glasses at? My reading glasses, my reading glasses. I need to make a little tune for Caddis reading glasses too. First, thank you to the universe for making this possible. If the little moments that lead up to this wouldn't have aligned as they did, the results would have not been the same. Hashtag believe in the process. Hashtag everything happens for a reason. Second, I met Tati Westbrook, Glam Life Guru, yesterday, and I am still in awe of this moment and probably will be forever. For years, I've been following her growth and admiring her passion and authenticity on YouTube and IG. Hashtag fangirling. Thank you, Tati, for being so kind and welcoming. You are so loved. This moment will forever be cherished. So thankful to have had this experience, so thankful to have had this beautiful serendipitous experience with my favorite person. And then she tagged her friend. Hashtag Tati Westbrook, hashtag Tati Beauty, hashtag Tati Beauty Palette. So, and it was interesting, and there were a lot of comments underneath here. I'll read just a few of them, but she literally responded to almost every comment. I was like, all right. So somebody said, oh my God, so glad to see her. I missed her uploads. And she responded and said, I hope she makes a return soon. And she literally doesn't give anything away in this. I mean, when people ask her like where she's at and stuff like that, she doesn't respond. When people ask her if she's coming back, she doesn't respond. She'll just say, oh, thank you for the nice comment or whatever. So lucky girl, someone said. She responded and said, so thankful. Somebody said, oh my God, can't believe seeing Tati after so long. She put little nice emojis, little hearts. I still can't believe it, said her friend. She said, so thankful for this moment. Someone said, thank you for sharing. Her light is missed. It looks like it's kind of like that emoji, which I don't know. Somebody said, I miss her, and she put a red heart. Somebody said, Tati, we all miss you so much. Somebody said, miss her video so much. I was just thinking about her the other day. She responded and said, I agree wholeheartedly. We all miss the light she shines. And it goes on and on and on. Somebody down here said, how did you meet her? How was she? I missed her videos. And she responded and said, I miss the light she shines too. She didn't even respond. She's like, what? I'm not answering your questions. But I have to wonder, like, like Tati, you know, did she just run into her and she's like, hey Tati, I'm a huge fan, would you take a picture with me? I wonder if up to this point, Tati was not willing to do that, or if Tati was not out in the public eye. I have such a hard time believing that Tati Westbrook hasn't been in the public eye for the last year. But, you know, the reality is, I don't know that a lot of people would be looking for her, you know, probably where she lives or something. So it's like, if she threw her hair back in a ponytail and put a hat on with some sunglasses, disguise, you know, like on Jerry Springer, not Dr. Phil, I don't know that anybody would recognize her because they weren't really looking for her. They'd just be like, oh, you know, who's that, you know, gorgeous woman that's going through Starbucks or whatever. So maybe she has been out and people haven't spotted her, and that day she was glammed up a little bit. She looks fantastic, doesn't she? She looks absolutely fantastic. And I have to say, I really missed her too when I saw this picture. I was like, I'm ready for Tati to come back. And I think that, like, if Tati came back and just posted, I was kind of thinking about this, like, okay, if this is her, because to me, it seemed weird. Like, all of a sudden, we haven't seen one picture for a year, and then all of a sudden, this picture comes out of nowhere. It's like, is this, like, preemptive, like she's getting ready to make her return or something, you know? Wouldn't it be so, like, I mean, we talk about cancel culture so much and how people just don't agree with it. Wouldn't it be so kind of funny, actually, if Tati just came back and her next video was like, she didn't address anything, she didn't say anything, she didn't act like any of it had ever gone on, and she just came back, like, comparing foundations. I would kind of live. I would kind of like be like, okay, you know, I totally like kind of cherish this moment that she's just like gonna just not deal with any of it, you know, and maybe that's what she needs to do, you know. I don't know. Maybe that's what all of these people will do. Maybe I mean, Jeffree Star does do that. Jeffree Star comes up. You know, there'll be like some huge drama story. Jeffree's like, what we're not going to do today. He doesn't even do that. We don't even get the what we're not going to do today. What we're not going to do today is make Jeffree Star the drama of 2021. He's so boring. Don't nobody care about him no more, okay? He's not the drama of 2021 because nobody cares about Jeffree Star anymore. But Jeffree Star gets caught up in all this drama, and he just goes on, and he's like putting on his Instagram pictures, you know, like photo shoot today or whatever. So I don't know. Maybe that's what all these people will do. Maybe the answer to cancel culture is not responding. I mean, I'm not saying that I agree with this, but because I do think that they need to take responsibility. I think they do need to take accountability. I think they should answer some things that they've stirred up. You know, these people are the ones that have stirred up all of this stuff, right? To then leave their audience hanging. But, I mean, maybe the answer to all of that is them just to come back and be like, I've said that on my videos with Shane. I mean, if Shane just came back and started posting again, he would have quite a following. It would be flooded with comments of people saying stuff as well, negatively, you know. But he could come back and just start posting videos and be like, I'm back, you know, it is what it is. I mean, he seems to be very confused anyway when you see his Instagram post that he's just taking time off for himself, that it wasn't like he was kind of indirectly, social media-wise, forced to take a break. I mean, he didn't, I guess he could have kept on posting, like, Jeffree's probably like, girl, you need to just keep on posting. Just keep on posting. Taco Bell. Call it Taco Bell and see if they'll let you do another cake, you know? But anyway, it was interesting because there were people underneath here that were like, where are you at? Where are you at? Where did you meet her? Well, it wasn't very hard to figure out where she was at. In the background of the picture, hold on a second. In the background of the picture is a sign. The sign says, welcome to Bellevue Square, and then it says the hours that are on there. I looked up Bellevue Square, and it's a shopping mall in Washington. It's in Bellevue, Washington. So that was pretty easy to find out. So Tati's obviously still in Washington, and she's out shopping for the day. So I hope she's enjoying herself. What are you guys saying? Do you want her to come back? Do you not want her to come back? You know, do you think she should come back? What do you think she should do when she comes back? Do you think she will come back? That's the thing. I mean, seeing this, it kind of almost made me wonder, is she either getting ready to make her return and now she's more comfortable in the public eye? Or is she getting ready, or not getting ready, or is she just done with it all? And I'm like, I'm just done with it all, you know? I've said for a while, you know, like, Tati could sell her stuff on QVC, and I think she could do very, very well having it, like, on a QVC kind of thing and have a commercial over there, or to try to get her stuff, you know, if she didn't want to sell it through Tati Beauty anymore, she wanted to also have it in Ulta or something like that, or Sephora. I think she could do very well there. The problem I really don't understand with these social media people is, though, that when you have a big company and you're selling makeup or whatever you're selling, if you're not making content on social media, unless your diehard fans are keeping up on the newsletters and the emails and things like that, of which, like, Shane Dawson sends out 5 million emails, and so does Jeffree Star, so you would keep up with all of that. But if those people aren't posting, like, social media content, then are you really going to stay that interested in them? I'm trying to think of somebody that, like, I watched years ago that doesn't post content anymore. I mean, there are a couple people that I used to watch that, I mean, they just kind of faded into the everworld or whatever you want to call it, right? And they don't make videos anymore. I don't know that I'm, like, dying to have their products. You know what I mean? Like, the horses have kind of bolted for that. I'm like, I'm kind of done. The ship has sailed. You know what I mean? All of the sayings. I'm kind of at this point, I'm just not that interested anymore. You know what I mean? And I think that the majority of these people, yes, they love Tati's makeup and they really stand behind it. But at the same time, it's like, are you really going to be that interested if 5, 10 years from now, Tati is no longer on social media? Hot Tati! But she's no longer on social media, and she's not making videos, and she's just living her good life, but she's still putting products out. How many people are really going to be that interested? I wonder, you know? So anyway, let me know what you think about all of that in the comment section below. Like I said, I will link this young lady's Instagram so you can go check her out and follow her. And I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.